So if you've always wanted human assets that you can use for your architectural visualization, or possibly you like to use them to generate crowds or use them in your scenes, then you're in luck, as the folks at Polygonic have put together Humaniq. And Humaniq is a human library of 3D people that you can work with. This comes with 119 human assets which you can place across your 3D scene. These are beautifully made 3D models that balances both realism, performance, and affordability, making it very easy for you to do your architectural visualization or even your scene visualization easily. And all of these comes with some amazing cool features which we're going to talk about today. Alongside this also comes with 16 interesting items and 2 crowd generator presets that you can use easily. For those who like to take a look at this, you can simply go over to the link in the description. They'll bring you right here where you'll be able to grab it. And with this said, let's dive right into Blender and take a look at how this actually works. So with Blender simply open up right here, how you get things working is this easy. First off, you need to install the enGon add-on. The enGon add-on is an asset browser add-on that the folks at Polygonic have put together. This is a free add-on that you can get on GitHub, and you can also get that on their product page. And once you have the enGon add-on installed, you can simply go over to the preference, and from there you'll be able to install the Humaniq pack. Now once you have the Humaniq pack installed, click on the burger menu on your preference window, save your preference, and close the window. So right here we do have all of our stuff pretty much set up. So if you click down here, you would notice that we've got Colourise and crowd generator. Now how you work with this one is as easy as dragging out the new panel, because this is where we'll like to have our stuff to be. So we'll like all our assets to be displayed here. And from here, we can click on browse assets, go over here and click. And once you click on that, if you click Alt, you will see all of the stuff that we have here. Now by default, you have 119 plus characters that you get to work with, which are basically human characters. But outside that, we also have some other stuff which includes cats and dogs, and you can also see them when we get to click on animals. Additionally, we also have some other assets as well. Now if you're looking for stuff based on certain categories or tags, you can click and you find all of them based on that tag. So for example, you're looking for people talking, you're possibly looking for people in uniform, or maybe you're looking for people standing or outdoor, all that stuff. Once you do a simple click, you'll be able to see that. On the other hand, if you like to see things based on how they've been categorized by default, we can see them by clicking right here. So right here within business, we do have all of our characters in the business outfit. We do have the casual ones as well. You can also see that we have the crowd ones, family ones also here. We do have some items which can lay around your scene depending on the kind of scene that you're building. Then we've got the pets right here and some of the workers. Now, having these assets are beautiful, but the things you can do with these assets are even way more beautiful. And to illustrate that, what we need to do is to bring one of these right in here. So for this one, I'm just simply going to bring the casual man Addon, and this is going to be loaded right here. Automatically, once this loads up, you would see that we have some rig controls, and this rig controls simply states one thing. These characters are not just static characters, they've been rigged to a point where you can control certain aspects of the character. So to start controlling that, what we need to do is tap N on the keyboard, get the enGon add-on out again, click on Editable. Now once we click on Editable, this automatically becomes editable. So once we have this selected, we can click right here, go over to the pose section, and from here we can start moving our character's head where we would like it to be. So maybe we would like it to look up, maybe we would like it to look forward, possibly we would like it to look down. Maybe we would like to control how this character actually poses or stands, or even the rotation of that character. We can do all of that. So we can also control all of this part depending on what we want. And this is across most of the characters that you have here. If we go all the way back and say, for example, we choose a different one, maybe a female character this time, we can also bring those in. So I can get this character in as well, and we can click on Editable and start editing this character too. So with this selected, we can go over to the pose mode, select the head control, and we can control where we would like our character to look. Sometimes these subtleties are all that you need to add a bit of realism to your scene. And that's not all. Once you're done with your posing, you can also go ahead and start rendering. So in this case, I'm just simply going to throw in a simple floor. So we're just going to get that one right there. And I'm going to switch this from Eevee over to cycles. Let's just simply collapse this a little bit, set this to GPU, and we can start rendering this. So once we click on render, of course, you can see that, and we can select our lighting tool and increase the intensity. Possibly going to keep the exposure as 1 and set this maybe all the way to 5, for example. And you see that we have some nice, cool stuff happening right here. So once you have your stuff rendering, this is where the Colourise feature comes in. So with the Colourise feature, you can start making changes to your character. So from here, we can add a bit of tint to various parts. So for example, if we like to tint the hair of our character, we can have that. We can change the color and then use the factor to tint that if this is the color that we want. If we like to tint the upper clothes, we can also do the same thing. Maybe we like it to be a bit green, and we can use the factor to do that as well. So in terms of coloration, you do have tools that you can use to color literally every part of your character. And while we speak about characters, let's talk about the crowd generator that this comes with. And for that, we're simply going to go over to our viewport shading, hide the light, go over to where we have our crowd and drag in the crowd. So maybe this is the crowd that we want. We can just simply click and we have the crowd right here. If we tap in on the keyboard, go over to our enGon property panel, we can click on editable and start editing this. So once we click on editable and click down here, you would notice that we have some stuff that we didn't have before. Things like density. We can now play with the density of the characters that we have in our crowd. We can also play with the random rotation if we want. The random scale is also there. If we like to play with the width, we can. And we can also play with the random color seed, depending on the textures that we want on our model. Something else which is also very interesting is this, that if we go in and subdivide our surface a bit more, we can actually go ahead and sculpt on this surface and use the snap on surface tool to select the object that the crowd automatically snaps onto. So you can increase the density if this is what we're going for. If we go over to a modifier section, you would also have the same properties right there. And for those who might be wondering, what about positioning? For you to be able to position stuff with this one is also very easy. So for that, we'll need to go over to edit mode. And from here, we will be able to make some nice positioning however we want. So maybe we'll like our characters to move to a certain point like so. We can do that. If we like to also extend our characters to maybe a certain point like so, maybe we would like to also extend them to, a point like that as well. We can obviously do all of that. We can select this part and move this part wherever we want. So just in case you're thinking about moving things around, you can definitely go ahead and do that. And there's just a lot more things that you can do with this, which is pretty interesting. The fact that this tool is now available and offers you some impressive, cool features that you can now use to do that nice visualization that you're going for is quite commendable. And for those who are thinking about grabbing this, you can simply go ahead and check this one out right now, as the folks at Humaniq have put this together and they've also done some amazing stuff with it. And speaking about the things that the folks at Humaniq have put together, the folks at Humaniq have also put together an asset bundle pack. And this is for those who are thinking about getting all 6 amazing products that they have. This includes Botanic, Traffic, Interniq, Aquatic, Materialic, and also Aesthetic. And all of these works with the enGon add-on, which you can literally come through and explore. So if you like to grab all of these, you can also go ahead and see it. And speaking about bundles, there's a couple other bundles that are currently available right now, which includes that of the folks at Lazy 3D, as they've also put a lot of things together for this one. If you're into creatures, then we've got the creature bundle that comes with a ton of creature and also character tools that you can also come through and play with. Then for those that are into weapons, we've got some super weapons bundles as well. These are amazing stuff that you can grab. And if you're into motion graphics, then there is the motion graphics bundle that is also available too. So this is it. For those who like to take a look at any of these, or possibly you'd like to download the Human Library tool, then links to all of this will be in the description, so do well to check it out. Tell me what you guys think about this one in the comment section, and until I see you guys in the next one, peace.